I like to ask some of the audience whether or not they're circumcised, and then talk about how there's really no point to it medically.
Do you know how some girls prefer like cut or uncut?
Yeah.
I think it really depends on like what was the first penis you saw.
Sure.
Was it cut? Was it uncut?
Yeah.
My first penis uncut. Love him uncut.
My first boyfriend was uncut.
So did
And
you
now-
feel like that made?
I have no issue with
preference?
it.
Yeah, because I feel like girls who have like a weird, because there are some girls who like are weirdly like.
That's just stupid.
It's very weird.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
And I think it's because they didn't see an uncut one until it was too late. I don't know.
Too late.
It was too late.
They're missing out because the foreskin is the clit of the penis. Do you believe in God?
No.
Really?
Okay.
Next question. I mean, yeah, I could be. It's
That's
the same.
crazy. We have God right here.
And
Come out,
welcome
God.
it.
I feel the same way as Ghost, where it's like, yeah, maybe, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen any evidence. I don't feel strongly that it is, and it probably doesn't affect my life one way or the other.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ghosts can affect your life.
They could, but they haven't up to
Not
this
yet.
point.
I see.
It is crazy that like a poltergeist can affect more change than God, and just the immediate,
Yeah.
like God isn't gonna
God
like
doesn't do anything.
No,
I don't know.
Wipe the shit off.
Do
my
you believe
desk.
in God?
No.
Yeah.
No.
This is going to
no.
be the Catholic
Yeah.
trauma religious episode,
Oh yeah,
everybody.
Because Ryan, you also
Was raised Catholic.
raised Catholic.
And are you named after the book Genesis?
100%.
Interesting.
100%. Yeah. No. It's so funny
I didn't
because
put that together.
really,
I'm dumb.
isn't Genesis also part of the Torah?
Yes, but we call it the Hebrew word Genesis,
okay.
which is Bereshit.
You didn't get the
Oh.
clue when you found out her brother's name was Leviticus.
And my sister Revelation. You did it.
That's actually kind of a cool name.
That's gonna be so sick. No, I've gotten so many jokes about like I've heard like who's your brother Exodus like every single time, or I'll get like you can tell who is religious and who isn't because people about how they react to my name because they'll either go like oh like the Bible
Yeah.
or they'll go were your parents hippies
Yeah.
like you got that from Genesis like no
Isn't
they
there a
weren't.
car named Genesis
There
now
is,
too?
yeah.
Were you bummed out when that happened?
No, I was only bummed out that it was out of my price range.
Yeah,
I just
that's fair.
because I really want to ride. I really want to ride a Genesis.
Really?
I want to ride a Genesis. Did your boyfriend make that joke?
I should. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna give that to him. That can be his bit.
Welcome to Yenta, everybody. The podcast that's sometimes about comedy, sometimes about Judaism, and always about gossip. Today on the podcast, we have my guest co-host, Genesis Soul. Everybody give it up for Genesis.
Yay.
And
Yay.
and that's the voice of the most enthusiastic comic in the world. Everybody give it up for Ryan Goodcase.
Hello.
Woo!
Oh my God,
Ryan,
thank you. Yes.
huge get on this
For
podcast.
real. How did you? swing
Incredible.
this?
I don't know.
How did you swing this?
I met him at the Improv, and I was like, "Come on my podcast."
It's very sweet. She
And
cornered me.
I
yeah.
did.
That's,
I
you know what?
really
That's
did.
just being a good podcast
Yeah,
producer.
I was like, I'm such a huge fan. I love your work. And Ryan Goodcase, if you don't know, hilarious comedian.
Very hilarious.
On
Thank you.
Netflix, introducing this past year.
They could have introduced
Huge-
anybody, and
and-
they
and-
introduced Ryan.
and huge in like I think like the most viral joke of last year.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, that one blew up like crazy.
Oh my god!
It was insane.
Which I was very happy. I always feel a little disconnected whenever I post clips because the stuff I usually want to do well doesn't, and then the stuff that does well I didn't care about. But this is one of the few times where I was like, I hope this one does well, and then it blew up.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we like before doing this podcast, we were like, we have to ask him about that joke.
Sure.
We
But first, does it get annoying for everyone to ask you about that joke?
No, I still
No.
enjoy it.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
I
It's
think
not like Bob Dylan blowing in the wind
no,
situation.
no.
Like, I'm done with this.
tell us about your masterpiece.
Yeah. Honestly, it is a masterpiece
So
joke.
good.
If anything, I might be insecure about like being a one-hit wonder, but I've gotten over that for the most
No,
part. Yeah.
yeah.
Even if
Good.
like I think even if that joke is the most famous thing or most popular thing I ever make, I'm fine with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's unique enough where I'm
That's
happy.
your machine.
Yes, that is my Burt Kreischer.
That's your
machine.
Burt
Yeah.
Kreischer
Listener,
machine.
if you haven't heard this joke, I don't know how to explain. You have to go on the internet and watch it.
Yeah, we're not gonna make
Scroll the
Ryan
clip.
do
Do you
it.
want to do
Ryan, do it right
can't-
now.
It
I'll
can't
count
be
down.
done. It can't be done on the podcast. 'Cause it's such a beautiful joke.
Yeah.
But I want to know, like, how did you, what was the process of, like, the initial seed of the joke,
Yeah.
of the idea, and then how did you refine it as time went on?
Yeah, so a lot of jokes are hard for me to trace, but this one's pretty easy.
Amazing.
I started comedy. I started in Michigan, but I kind of came up in San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
And there's a club there called the Punchline. And in order to work at that club, you have to go to these like Sunday showcases. Usually have to show up and like watch for several months before they put you up.
Oh, damn.
Yep.
And I was pretty new at the time when I started going, and I found out that he gave a 1 minute light instead of a 2 minute light, which so like when you're supposed to wrap up, and they're
Right.
very strict about the time. So it was born out of that anxiety of staying on time. I was like, I could just have someone in the audience count down for me.
That's great.
So smart.
And I never thought of it as a utility thing. I was never like, oh, I could actually do that. But once I thought of that as a premise, I thought of like using that as in a joke. And the first two numbers came pretty easily, like the year and then the age. Like that's sort of just a logic thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get people used to the idea.
Yeah.
And also, it's also like the twist.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's really just
an
kind
early
of getting
twist.
people in set. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And actually, it makes less sense the more time that goes by. Because I say, like, they're born in 19 and it's close to 60, which makes them about or older than. And then, each year that goes by, it makes them older until eventually. Eventually, I have to stop doing this joke.
I don't think anyone's gonna be hung up on like, wait a second, if it's 2027,
Well,
and
you-
No one's doing that math.
You'd be surprised. What actually happens sometimes, I think the first time it happened was in Florida, and it was very old people. And I point,
classic.
and I'm like, oh, my dad was born in like 1957. And I don't know how old that makes him. And someone will yell, they'll be like, 67. And
That's how old they are.
yes, exactly. Yeah. At first,
That's so funny.
at first, I thought they were just incredible at math, and then I realized it's just
Like,
like
they're
that's the year they
all-
were born.
that's
yeah, that's.
And they
what our
think they're being
parents-
helpful.
No, that's so annoying. Did
Yeah.
that totally like ruin your flow?
I'm trying to. I think I just ignored it,
Okay.
but it's happened a few times. Yeah,
We have to be careful with older crowds.
yeah,
I mean, that's for any joke.
yeah.
Now, okay, what happens like if the person's counting very fast or very slow?
Yeah. So that was talking about like the evolution of that joke.
Yeah.
The first time I attempted it was pretty much complete in the sense like I had the 4 beats. But what I had to get used to was like adapting to stuff like that. So things would go a little different each time, and the number they'd say at the end might be different. So I just wanted an ending for all of those.
Okay.
So if they're counting too fast, I can tell either based on the first or second number. And sometimes I'll say, like, I'll go slow down, and then I usually get a laugh, and I'm like, you can't rush me off stage. Because a lot of times I do it under the guise, like, I have 60 seconds left, and I need to stay
Right,
on
let's get out
time.
of
So if
there.
they're counting fast, I'm like, oh, you can't, make
That's
me
good.
get off.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
And then other times I'll just kind of speed up the rate at which I'm doing the joke. Like I'll talk more quickly. And if they're too slow, like that's fine. Like the last number doesn't really matter too much.
Okay.
I can just play around with that space and like hold on for a long time or like take a drink of water or something.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. And then you
So
can play around.
yeah, the actual numbers, if you haven't figured it out, listener at home, they don't matter. Like
What?
yeah. It's I just need something like it's just like coming up with a joke with 4 decreasing numbers
Yeah,
and then a
yeah.
space in
Exactly.
between or whatever.
I just think it's so funny if they just go really fast or really slow, and they just the last number ends up being like 40 or something insane.
Oh, yeah.
But obviously that wouldn't happen with the way the joke is. But I'm like,
sometimes people will try to be funny and they'll go high like that. They'll maybe go over 60.
Okay.
And I find that pretty annoying.
That's so annoying.
Yeah.
Don't do that, listener.
Yeah.
If
Just be
you
part
are in
of
the
the
audience,
bit.
yes, just do as you're told. Don't try to be funny. That's not your job.
God, that was definitely before I became a comic. I 100% was that audience member.
Really?
Yeah, I was like very much just like I would like park myself in the front and be like, golly gee, I hope they call me because I'm hilarious.
But you waited to be called on.
Yes, I did. I never heckled.
That's
but
good.
I think every comic just could feel the pick me energy
Oh,
and
yeah.
just like never chose me.
Yeah.
Chose my friends next to me, always next to me.
Well, they can
never
tell
me.
that you're a comic.
No, I wasn't a comic.
Well, that you're a
yet.
wannabe
Oh,
comic.
yes,
We can't talk
100%.
to you.
Yeah. No, 100%. I think they felt it off me, and they're like, "I'm not talking to this bitch." Like
This. How did you come up with rough and tumble guy?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's like such a specific phrase. I'm like, did that start from somewhere else, or is that just something that you?
That's really funny. That's one of those things that's like definitely very set in that joke.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you're like you pick a phrase or something and you always use that. It's one of those things where I couldn't tell you where I picked that phrase from, but I'll be watching like a movie from my childhood like 2
Right.
years from now, and they'll use that phrase and I'll be like, oh, that's where I got it
Yeah.
from.
I love that.
But yeah, I
It
can't
is
tell
such a
you.
specific phrase.
He's a
Yeah.
rough and tumble.
He's a
guy.
rough and tumble.
Which was funny because I did that joke one time back in Michigan, and one of my dad's old coworkers came to see me.
Oh
my parents are really nice. Wherever I'm going, they'll like email or text everyone they know.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cute.
So I've had a lot of former coworkers come to the show. But then one of them came up to me after I did that joke, and they're like, "Tom's not rough and tumble."
Wow, that is a first. That's that's headlining news. The joke's a lie.
Clip it, man. Clip it and expose him.
Because the other evolution of that joke is it used to be my grandpa in the joke. I don't really know why I switched it to my dad. It might be because my grandpa passed away and it felt weird. But yeah, it became my dad for some reason.
That's so funny that they called him out on it. He's not rough and tumble.
They were like, I thought it was funny you describing him like, and I know what he looks like in my head. And I was like, yeah, you're right. He's not.
What is your dad actually like? If not rough and tumble.
He's a bit nerdy like me. Yeah.
You can tell he's a rough
I mean,
and tumble.
I was giving his dad the benefit of the doubt. Okay.
Wait, what does that mean?
I was like, I don't know.
You know how some kids rebel?
Yeah, maybe they're really
He was rough
super
and tumble, and
badass
he
and rough
became
and
the-
tumble.
I was
They're
giving
like,
his dad the benefit of the doubt that he wasn't like his son. No, I'm not far from the tree.
I love it. I love it. It's a good
Anyone
trait.
describing you as rough and tumble?
Yeah.
That's good. How are your parents with your stand-up career in general? They seem pretty supportive.
They are supportive.
Yeah. Were they like that the whole time?
Not the whole time. I remember when I graduated college, I had been doing comedy for 2 years, and I didn't want to go to graduate school, which was like my first plan and what my parents thought I wanted to do. And I remember calling my parents and like telling them that, and I was really nervous. And he's like, "Oh, that's fine. I think it's okay if you delay it, as long as like you still do it, and you're not planning on just like still working at the worst bar."
Yeah.
Which was my plan. I was like, "Fuck."
Damn it. Close.
But I think what it was is like my brother joined band in middle school and got a trombone and played it for 1 year and then put it away.
And then
You thought it was a phase.
Yeah, and I think that's what they were worried about. But the longer I stuck to it, I've been doing it 10 years now, and the more I've progressed, I had a really cool moment where my dad went to a family reunion, and I wasn't there. But part of the family reunion is like each person went up and they talked about their family, and I got to watch a video of my dad talking about me. And it was kind of like, Tom Sawyer, like being at your funeral and seeing people talk about you.
Totally.
But he was like, he does research during the day, but at night, and he like lit up, and I can actually like see him being proud of me, talking about me when I wasn't there. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, they're supportive. Yeah, it was a cool way because they can say that, but to see them talk about you when you're not there and see
Right.
that was cool.
That's
Wait, do you still do research during the day?
No, I
that's at the
quit.
time.
Actually, this is this is a pretty like dramatic story, but that Netflix is a joke set.
Yeah.
I quit my day job that day.
No.
I sent an email quitting from the car that Netflix sent to pick me up.
Oh, badass.
That's the coolest freaking.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, I had that planned in my head,
Yeah.
just to make it cooler.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the last day I had a day job.
Please
so.
tell me that you told them why. Like you're like, I'm on my
No.
way to Netflix.
I didn't, because I knew they wouldn't care.
I know.
knew
What was the day job? Research. What is research? So vague.
I was working at Cedar Sinai in an imaging lab.
Oh yeah.
So I did like all the administrative stuff. Like I would schedule and do like informed consent with the participants and then do all the data entry and stuff. But they have like a pet MRI machine, which is pretty unique. And I was working
Wait,
in that.
like a pet?
PET. So it's
Okay,
like a, yeah.
not like for cats and dogs.
Correct. Yeah. Which is
I
fair.
assumed that, and I was just gonna let it go.
No, I was
wasn't
like,
even gonna
wait,
ask.
what are they doing to dogs at Cedar Sinai?
That's a very Los Angeles thing.
Yeah, I was concerned.
My dog has headaches. I need an MRI.
Can we microwave his ankles? We need to figure out what's going on.
So yeah, I'm happy to have quit that job. You know, it's what I was interested in for a while, but eventually, like, my heart just left it once I got more into comedy. So it was nice to
Yeah.
quit.
What were you gonna do like for graduate school? What was the
Neuroscience.
Oh man.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I was really into like brain imaging stuff. I still think it's interesting, but the actual work of it is not for me.
It sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
Like very. Was it isolating? Like, was it just you in a lab, or?
No, there was like people who worked with me, and then also one part I kind of liked is that there'd be participants in the study, so I'd be meeting new people almost every day.
Yeah.
And the first job I did was a longitudinal study, so people would come in like every 18 months. So that was kind of fun.
That's
People
very
would remember you.
Oh my gosh. That's
Yeah.
very cool.
Sounds so fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, I
A
don't know. If it's fun.
longitudinal study.
I mean, it's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, but it sounds interesting.
I have a nerdy day job, which I haven't quit yet, but I work in tech as a software engineer
Oh, cool. From home?
from home.
Nice.
Office
Hell
over
yeah.
there.
Huge.
And huge. Well, insane.
Cool. Way to brag.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I am bragging.
Yeah, you should.
But I cannot wait to. I shouldn't say this. I think they're gonna fire me soon. But
Why?
Well, 20% of employees got laid off this year so far. The same day that the fires happened.
No way.
Shout out. Yeah,
Shut
yeah.
up.
Yeah, yeah.
God, companies suck.
But it was cool because I escaped 2 fires.
Is the company LA based?
No,
Okay.
they're actually DC based, but like everyone's all over the country.
Yeah.
So
If
some
it
people
was in LA, it would be extra fun.
Right,
That's
yeah.
what I thought. It was.
But there's enough people in California that they could have thought about it, but they don't care.
Sure.
yeah.
They did not care.
Yeah.
So I have to get Netflix introducing, and then I can. And then, I
Yeah,
can
and
quit
then on
in
the
car.
ride there, be
Yeah.
like, guys.
Did you see they're doing
suck my
auditions?
dick.
Oh, you hosted it, right?
I did,
How
yes.
was that?
Yeah, how was it?
How did you get an audition?
I got an audition because I was recommended from a former introducing person,
Oh, that's cool.
Michael Longfellow,
Oh,
which was
fuck
very
off.
cool.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah, I've
I
heard
saw
of
him on
I've heard
SNL
of him.
this morning. Yeah.
Which was very flattering. I
That's
think he was
cool.
actually mad that they told the producers. He was mad that the producers told me that Michael recommended me. So he's probably gonna be extra mad if he ever finds out that I said it on the podcast.
You said on the
But,
podcast.
yeah.
You
That's
better
good,
clip that and send it
That's
to
good gossip.
Yeah, good
Tagging
gossip.
Michael on this. Why would he be mad about that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's sort of he was being funny, like he didn't want credit for doing a nice thing.
Of course.
Because it definitely, it helped my career, and
Yeah.
it was just based on his recommendation.
That's so cool.
And then they did the same thing with me. They asked me for recs, and I wrecked a bunch of people. So I think that's how they get most of the people they
That's
audition.
Because then
Yeah.
it's just kind of like this really cool chain of like.
Incestuous
Yeah.
chain.
Yeah,
of
it's
And
beautiful.
who did you wreck?
Oh, it is
Get into
Yenta.
the secrets. I have a pretty big affinity for like comics from the Bay Area.
Nice.
That's like one of the few things I have stupid hometown pride for.
Hell yeah.
So there's some really funny Bay Area comics. Jordan Thewlis,
I don't know.
Jeff Dean, and Devontae Coleman. I
Okay.
recommended those 3,
Oh, yeah.
and they all got auditions.
So Raye is from Bay, right?
Yes.
But she had it last year.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's great. She
How
did
was-
my
She is.
How
New
was
York
the,
Comedy Festival show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. She's sick.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
What are you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say I wanted to know about the hosting the audition showcase. Like, how was it being on the other side? Just like hosting.
Definitely a lot less stressful.
Yeah.
It was in kind of a tough room, which I auditioned in too. And I remember going up a little resigned, like, this is not a good audience. The show's not going well. I'm just going to do what I can do. And I kind of had fun with it being a bad show, and I think that helped me.
Okay.
Yeah. But hosting it was... Actually, I felt bad. There was like a mix-up with the lineup where someone wasn't going to be there. So I got sent a new lineup. But they didn't tell the person who was supposed to go behind.
Oh, that sucks.
So I called their name. They were nowhere to be found. I looked for them ahead of time, couldn't find them. And they came up like pretty upset. I was like, "Oh, you didn't mean to say this person?" I was like, "Oh, they're not here." And at first I was a little dismissive, and then I had to remember, like, oh, they're already in like super high stress mode because of this audition.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to, take
And
that
then
out on them.
Did they do well?
No.
Oh no.
That sucks.
That sucks.
I was gonna ask, did anyone bomb? And was
No bombs.
it,
Okay, just
No.
like not crushing.
Right. Yeah. Everyone there was funny. Deserved to be there.
Cool.
And I think I would have said this to them too if it was sort of the producer's fault. I think he would have owned up to that. So if he just went to the producer and was like, "Hey, that wasn't my best. I was thrown off by this," I think they would have given them another audition. So I didn't feel too bad.
Yeah.
Just a little bad.
Yeah. And you did go look for him.
I did.
Just like hosting 101 is find the comic.
Right, exactly.
Find the comic, and then you get to go up and say it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you host a lot?
No, I'm really bad at it.
So it was your fault.
No, I mean, not the. I do care a lot about like I don't know, like the logistical aspect. Like I want things to run smoothly, but the actual like getting on stage and being like, "Hey, are you guys excited?"
Yeah. What do you mean? That's so your energy.
That's so. I just think of you as wow,
hype guy.
It's so hype.
It's really hard for me because like even as an audience member, when someone's like give a hand for yourselves or like give yourself a round of applause for coming out, I hate that
Yeah,
shit.
that
You
is
didn't even say it
annoying.
right.
It's
You're
so-
like, give a hand for yourself.
Yeah. So when I'm saying it feels so inauthentic. And I've tried to find a way that feels more authentic, and sometimes I can do it, but sometimes it comes off as really sarcastic. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't be like, I don't think he actually wants
Yeah,
us to
I
give a
was
hand
like,
for
I'm not
himself.
clapping for this guy.
Yeah.
I don't think he likes us.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely not my strong suit.
Hosting is definitely a very specific skill set. Like I host a lot. Like
Yeah.
I'm definitely,
You have hosting
I
energy.
mean,
Genesis
I will
hosts an
I genuinely
amazing mic and shows.
Yeah,
But
thank
that's how
you.
we met, through a mic that she hosts every
Yeah.
week. It's like you definitely don't do mics anymore, but you
I still do.
yeah, amazing.
Okay.
So you know how they're all shit and
Yeah.
terrible and
Yeah,
nobody
yeah.
laughs.
Yeah.
Not at Genesis's.
Really?
Genesis's
It's like a
mic.
show.
Where's your mic?
Do you know Petty Cash Studios?
I know of it.
Yeah, it's there every Thursday, but it's women only, so you're not allowed.
But look at his hair.
That's why it's fun and good.
It's fun and good because no men are there.
I see. Oh,
And
shit.
everyone like laughs and is supportive. It's weird.
It's
Well-
like too supportive.
Yeah, I
honestly.
know
I'm like,
sometimes.
I'm not getting like a good read for this joke because people are laughing.
Like
too
everyone just
much.
seems really, really excited
Yeah,
for me.
yeah.
This can't be that funny.
Well, I'm gonna start an all-man mic.
Oh,
You mean a mic?
you mean every mic in Los Angeles?
You mean mics?
The Hollywood comedy.
Yeah.
Where do you mic?
Yeah, where do you mic?
I haven't done it in a while, to be
Oh,
honest.
okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
When I moved to LA, I was like trying different ones to try to find my one.
Mm-hmm.
I never really. There's the Glendale room.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one.
They're
And
cool.
then whatever that one that's like in Echo Park in a garage.
Wait, why
that
do I
one
know
was
this
fun.
Yeah.
Hype mic? I don't.
I think it's just called like First Friday mic or something.
And it's like,
Okay.
is it an outdoor garage?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I
Yeah.
know that one. Who runs that one?
Wait, what do you mean by outdoor garage?
No, like
No roof.
No, it's like
the door's
it's like,
open.
There's just a door.
The door is open,
Yeah.
and then there's like it's almost kind of like detached from the house. Maybe
I don't. It might
I'm thinking
maybe.
of a different one.
I'm not sure.
I feel like, especially during the pandemic, there were so many garage mics.
Yeah,
there were
yeah.
so many. When did you come to LA from?
2023.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So like fairly
Pretty
new.
recent. Yeah, about 2
Oh,
years.
nice.
So how do your parents feel that you don't believe in God?
Yeah.
They're big fans.
Or do they know? Are they going to find out on this pod?
No, my dad never really went to church with us except on like holidays.
Okay.
So I don't really.
He was a Christmas Catholic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny that I don't know what his specific beliefs in God are. I should ask him.
It's wild it didn't come up over dinner.
Yeah.
At least once.
But I quickly became like sort of atheist. I didn't finish the whole Catholic process. Confirmation
Oh,
I
you
didn't
didn't
do.
do confirmation?
No.
Bad Catholic.
I remember being in like 7th or 8th grade, and I was in the car with my mom, and I was just pointing out one of those, like fallacies that every 8th grader atheist finds
out, yeah.
And mine was like, if I kill myself and I go to hell, how could you go to heaven knowing that your son is like suffering eternally? Which was a pretty fucked up thing.
Yeah.
to have
I
your
also
kid
asked
ask
that
you.
in 8th grade.
But it's the same as like, could God make a stone so heavy you can't lift it? It's
Right.
like one of those little dumb, I forget what they're called, paradoxes.
Mm-hmm.
But once I started saying shit like that, I think my mom figured out that I was like church wasn't for me. And one thing I am sad about is like she kind of stopped going too. But I'm like, I don't know. I can't believe in God just so that you do.
No,
Doesn't
that's
seem
not.
right.
As an 8th grader,
Yeah.
that
Also,
is
like-
not your job.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, I mean, you didn't believe in God that hard. If your 8th grader was like,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
and you're like, yeah, I guess I won't either.
I suppose that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just kind of sad. Like, I think I feel the same way about religion as I do like positive affirmations. Like when people look in the mirror and they're like, you deserve love or whatever. And I'm like, if you believe that, I'm sure that your life is better. If you believe in God, I know. But if you don't believe that, I can't just like fake it.
Make you
yeah.
believe- yeah,
I can't
yeah.
believe in like the positive affirmation stuff. I can't just
know.
like sign on to that in the same way I can't be like, yeah, there's a God.
Yeah.
I totally get that. Wait,
Yeah.
so you didn't do confirmation? Now for the Jewish listeners who may not know, in Catholicism,
Thank God. I was
there's
sitting here like, what
I
are
was
you
like,
talking- no,
you're like,
yeah.
what confirmation?
Yeah.
What are we confirming? Like
A bat mitzvah?
we're confirming that we believe in God. You go through different sacraments. So your first one is first communion.
Another word that
Yeah,
makes
I
no
forgot
sense.
about that
Yeah,
word.
no,
That triggered
baby.
me.
Oh, you want to talk about triggered? My first communion, which is the first sacrament. I was dressed in all white. The photos are like you're 7 when you do it, and I was dressed in all white. And it's like there's a group photo of us at church, and it's all of us in white dresses and white suits, and it just looks so culty.
Yeah, that is a cult.
Yeah, it was very.
No, you're good. Yeah.
It was good. Yeah. Yeah, it was so culty. But anyway, so there's different like levels. Like you level up in
Right.
Catholicism. So first level.
Like a video game.
Yeah. So
that makes
first
sense.
you beat your first communion, which is you go and tell the priest your sins. And like when you're young, I think do you remember your first communion at all?
No, I forgot you had to do that.
Yeah. No, we had to do that. And then you have to go into the booth and like tell like this stranger your secrets. And it was like 7. I was 7, so I couldn't think of anything besides like I lied to my parents.
Yeah.
I hit my brother once because he was being annoying. And then so you do that, and then I think what's the second one? There's like something else that you're supposed to.
Well,
He
is
didn't know the
baptism
first
that
one.
one?
Oh, baptism is the first one.
Yeah.
Shit. So second one is first.
Okay, you knew that one.
So first one's baptism.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was a baby for that one.
Wow.
So I didn't-
Misinformation.
That was my
on
bad.
Catholicism.
That was my bad.
Yeah.
First baptism where they dunk you in water and then they go, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
See,
That's
I-
when you're a baby.
Yeah, when you're
I
a
knew that.
baby.
I knew that.
Or when you're an adult, I guess. My
Oh,
boyfriend.
if you return.
My boyfriend can like converted to Catholicism because before me, he was gonna like go get married to some Catholic bitch.
Whoa.
Yeah, and
I
so
thought
he
you were
did
gonna
it
say
as
for
an
you.
adult. He did it as an adult, and I was like, wait, you got baptized? Like he was like 2021.
That's weird.
Isn't it weird?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I think of baptism as like, yeah, you're a baby. Like you get dipped.
But it's so easy to convert to Catholicism.
Yeah, that's
you just
true.
do the water. If you're a
You do
guy to
water.
Judaism, you need a circumcision.
Is that for real?
Yeah.
I thought. Wait, is that for real? You have to do like a bris, like
yes, a bris.
and a
shout out.
Hey!
Okay, bring out the
Come
Jewy
on
words.
now.
Did you know that one, Ryan?
I did. Yeah.
Hey, we Catholics know.
See, I don't know what Jewish words people know and don't know.
It's
like
weird
Yenta,
that
nobody knows.
we know
But
bris.
Yeah.
We know bris.
Why? Why? I don't
It's
understand.
so insane. We have to. We have to know it.
Yeah, you have to do it. And even if you're already circumcised, you guys are gonna freak out. You have to like, I don't know
You have to
exactly.
redo
You have
it?
to like redo it. You don't have to like recut off more, but like you have to like do like poke it. I guess
Just a little toothpick.
poke it so like it draws blood.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean
I
like
also
if you're
might be
already
totally making that up. I'm so sorry.
Wait, because I'm like, wait, if you're circumcised,
Just correct me.
I'm
listener.
assuming you're Jewish, or I don't know.
Yeah,
No.
well, I think it's pretty common to get
is,
circumcised
yeah,
in the
you're right,
U.S.,
you're right,
even
you're right.
if you're not Jewish.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. So should we?
If
ask
you were in
cut
the
or-
EU,
No, another viral bit I have going on, not to brag. I couldn't think. My stammering was trying to think of a non-douchey way to start that
No,
sentence.
I
no,
love
it's
it.
okay.
Couldn't come up with
We-
it, but
good
it's
that you tried.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
it's about circumcision, and
Okay.
I like to ask some of the audience whether or not they're circumcised,
Yeah.
and then talk about how there's really no point to it medically,
No,
and then
there isn't.
the reason why I went viral is there's people just arguing about it in the comments.
I
yeah.
love it. I love it when people.
I'm gonna do
angrily
a circumcision
engage.
bit now.
You should, yeah.
Do it.
Talk about the Brit.
I always wanted to talk about it because I was. I think it really because you know how some girls prefer like cut or uncut.
Yeah.
I think it really depends on like what was the first penis you saw.
Sure.
Was it cut? Was it uncut?
Yeah.
My first penis uncut. Love them uncut. Yeah. But
My first penis was not uncut, but my first boyfriend was uncut.
So did
And
you
now-
feel
now-
like that made
I have no issue with
preference?
it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I feel like girls who have like a weird, because there are some girls who like are weirdly like,
It's just stupid.
it's very weird.
Yeah, that's so dumb.
And I think it's because they didn't see an uncut one until it was too late. I don't know.
Too late.
It was
they're-
too late.
They're missing out.
They're missing
because
out. They've got
the
like a little
foreskin is the clit of the penis.
Big fan of foreskin. Okay. It's like penises have
Ryan,
like a
are
little
we making
sweater.
you so uncomfortable?
No,
Yeah.
It's nice to hear this perspective.
It's great. I think like they've got a cute little sweater. You've got a lot to like work with. I'm big fan of uncut. No offense to
And
any-
this clip is going to go viral. And argue about it in the comments.
argue about it. Cut or uncut.
Okay, I think we can transition to secrets.
Let's do it.
Gossip.
gossip,
What do we you want to
So-
start, Raye?
I'll admit
Sorry
when
that I called you Raye.
That's okay.
Oh my God, Raye,
Do people call you Ray Ray?
Nope.
That's not good.
Okay,
yeah.
Raye Ray.
Yeah.
Ray,
you can.
Jen,
I
Jen.
I didn't like
deserve
it.
that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Ray Ray, Jen, Ray.
What about Rah Rah?
Rah rah.
Sorry, I'll stop. When you first told me the premise of the podcast, I was hoping that you guys would supply the gossip because I generally don't have a lot. But before I came here, I asked my girlfriend. I was like, "Do you have any gossip?"
Oh shit.
good.
And then she told me this 5 or 10 minute story from these two people in her hometown.
Let's go.
And at the very end, she's like, "But don't say that." I was like, "Well, what the hell?"
You just gave me gold, babe.
Was it good?
No, it was all right.
Okay,
Something
all
to talk
right. You gave me
about.
5 or
Bronze.
10 minutes on someone from your hometown?
Yeah.
You can
She's
do
like-
better than that.
She's like, "It's gonna get back to me. They're gonna know I'm the one who talked about it." I'm like, I don't.
Wait, tell us about your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Sure.
How did you meet? How long have you been together?
Oh, that's kind of gossipy.
Yeah, that is gossipy.
that's
But also, I
gossipy.
want other gossip if you have other gossip.
Sure.
Yeah.
Also, it's not enough.
The thing that I brought, just so you know, I don't know if it's gossip. It is a secret.
Okay.
It's very recent, something I'm ashamed of.
Ooh,
Is that good?
even better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even better.
But maybe I should be ashamed of this. My girlfriend, we met because she slid into my DMs.
Shut up.
Good for her.
Good for her.
I can't
But
believe
also,
that works.
Yes.
am I abusing my power?
Yeah, 100%.
No, she slid in your DM.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're
If
gay.
you had slid into hers, I'd be like, that's a little.
Sure.
That's a little. Yeah.
And I didn't. The way it started is she sent me a message that said, "Has anyone ever told you you look like Paul Dano?"
Okay, wait, that's hot.
And
Wait,
then
I'm trying to remember
Paul
what
Dano
he
was
looks
hot.
like.
he,
Little
the
Miss
Riddler.
Sunshine? No,
Yeah.
Okay. He's not at his peak hotness.
Sure.
Riddler.
Oh
Let's
yeah,
not.
he's the creepy guy from
Yeah, let's.
every movie.
Yeah, I'm trying to go where he was hottest. In my opinion, Little Miss Sunshine, I think, is peak
Oh,
Paul
yeah.
Dano.
When he played a 17-year-old.
Well, I was also a child when I saw that.
That's one of my favorite movies.
That's a
So
great
good.
movie.
I love that
It's
movie.
such a
Oh,
good
he
movie.
played the dad in the Fablemans. That's a nice daddy role.
Ruby
Yeah.
Sparks. If you've seen that one.
No, I
I've
haven't
not
seen
seen
that
good
one.
one.
Okay, that's.
Yeah.
I disagree, but she was flirting with you, so
Sure.
continue.
I think it's hot.
I was getting it more at the time, so maybe something I was doing. I looked like Paul Dano. But then I just said yes, and then we didn't talk again for like 8 months.
Amazing.
So we let it simmer. And then she sent me some meme about like 3D printing guns, and then from there we kept talking. And then she was living in SLO, so
What is that?
San Luis Obispo. It's
Is
like
that
sorry.
what- is that-
Your East Coast is showing.
don't assume people know what that
That's
means.
fair. That's fair.
She's living in slow.
That
slow motion.
Yeah. Living in SLO sounds like an old-timey way of saying she was depressed. Yeah, she's got
She had the blues.
yeah. She has the slowness. But anyways, so she was like 2 or 3 hours away from LA, and she was like, if you ever have a show here, let me know. And I was like, yeah, sometimes I have shows there. And then I like,
Were you already into her at the time? You were like, she's
yeah,
cute.
we've been talking for a while.
Uh-huh.
I had to like do a follow request at some point so that I could actually like see her pictures, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
She's
she's
real.
attractive.
Yeah.
And then I messaged every producer I knew in San Luis Obispo, and
That's
I was like,
cute.
when's the
Do a
soonest?
show?
Yeah.
I would love to do a show.
Yeah.
That's
and
actually really sweet.
It's
And like
very
a weird, and
sweet.
like a. Oh my God! Did you see the Anne Hathaway movie where she
Oh, the idea of you?
falls for the young pop
Yeah,
star?
For the Harry Styles
Yeah.
fanfic and
You
stuff.
know
oh,
what
interesting.
I'm talking
This is a
about.
new one.
Yeah, it's a new one.
Ish. You're the young pop star.
You're the young pop star.
You
I'll
would-
take it.
It would be funnier if you saw the movie, but
Yeah.
okay. So you did the thing. You did a show in slow.
did you get a
Yes,
show?
and I thought it would be sort of like just like a hookup thing at the time,
Yeah.
but then we really liked each other, spent the whole weekend together, and then she would come down to LA, I'd go up there. and
How do you
then-
feel when she came to your show? I'm assuming.
Yes.
And how was it performing for her? Or have you done that many times?
No, I've done that a handful of times. I generally don't like it.
Yeah. Performing for someone that you like want to flirt with?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
odd. Do you call them out ever?
No, I
No.
don't think I've ever done that.
Oh,
Yeah.
have you?
That would be horrible.
I did that once and it was a big mistake.
Oh God, no!
Don't do it again.
I did. You know,
Don't-
when I was single, I used to invite. I would like swipe right on people on Bumble and Tinder just to invite them to Bringer shows.
Brutal.
And then I'd be like, oh my God, thank you for coming to the show. Bye.
Ryan like feels bad for the guy. Oh,
I'm
my
just like,
heart.
a Bringer show is a Bringer show.
Sure.
Did it work though?
Yeah, they came.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got my what was it? 5 minutes of stage
Yeah.
comedy.
Okay, so did you finish this story?
No, I wanna
You were
know
flirting?
more.
Yeah, now we're dating.
Now you're dating.
How long ago was this?
We've been dating for just over a year.
Oh,
Yeah.
so cute.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, is she still in slow?
No, we live together in LA now.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Already a year in. How do you feel?
We feel good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Top tier. Do you like any like how did the idea of like moving in together?
I was living with another comic, Emily Catalano, and I at some point introduced the idea like, oh, I might be moving out soon. I was paying month to month, so I was like, just a heads up. we're gonna start looking for a place. And eventually, like, I couldn't find a place. And eventually Emily was like, you just need to go. Like, I by the end of the month, which is fair. Like, she had already made preparations in her head of like turning my room into a studio or whatever.
Okay,
so
got it.
I had to go.
She didn't even replace you for the money. Just the
Right.
space.
Yeah. It was a really nice spot too.
Dang.
But I was looking for a spot to move in with Ari, my girlfriend, and she's actually going back to school right now. So it was between like living in a dorm as a 25-year-old or us finding a spot.
Yeah.
So we found a spot.
Where's she going to
California State in Channel Islands.
Shut up.
Yeah.
I love it there.
Really?
It's gorgeous.
I've never been to the actual islands. The
It's
school's in
amazing.
Camarillo.
I didn't. I don't. What is that?
It's a city that's not on the island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's still called Channel Island.
Yeah,
That
it's very
makes
misleading.
sense.
Yeah.
Love it when schools do that.
Yeah, I've not been to the island. I want to go.
It's really nice. You guys should go. You can go camping
should.
on the island.
Ooh,
It was one of the hardest things I've ever done.
I've never.
They
gone
don't
camping.
have any. They don't have like you have to walk a mile to get to the campsite,
Oh God.
and then you have to like whatever. It was amazing though.
That sounds fun.
It was really
I
cool.
don't. You did not.
I know I
sell
didn't
it.
sell
You
it.
did not sell it.
But like imagine it's like Catalina Island, but nothing
Okay.
on it. So it's just like pure nature
Okay.
That sounds cool.
with
That sounds
no
cool.
developments.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm like, I wish Catalina Island had more things.
Yeah.
So I'm
More
not a
restaurant.
camping.
Okay.
I'm not a camping girl.
fair.
But that sounds beautiful.
How does Ari like? Cause you're on tour a lot.
Mhm.
How is that with you guys?
It's been all right. A lot of times she'll
I
go.
feel like a lot of people say they want to date a comedian and
Until
Yeah. And I was upfront about that.
Yeah.
Like, especially recently, I've done more touring than I have in the past. And I was like, I think this is something that's going to pick up. I don't know how much time I'll be here. But a lot of times when I'm gone for a long period, she'll go up and stay with family in Slow. And her family like is really close knit. Her sister lives there with her nephew, and then the parents always take care of the nephew. So it's like very close knit
cute.
family unit. So she'll just go up there, so she's not too lonely.
Nice.
And we do okay long distance. We started long distance, so I think we're able to like do that for a brief period of time, knowing that it'll be brief. Yeah.
Has she ever thought about like joining you on like maybe like a longer?
We've
tour?
done that, yeah. She's come to Vegas with me, and where else did we go? We just went somewhere, Alaska. We just went to Alaska,
Whoa.
yeah.
Oh my God,
Anchorage,
how was that?
super fun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, really reminded me of like my childhood in Michigan. It was this similar like weather, and she had never seen snow on the ground, so it was fun like watching her
What?
experience that. Yeah.
California.
She never
people
left
have
Yeah.
never seen it.
California?
Yeah.
She's only been
the
to a
winter-
few states. I think I've
Yeah.
doubled the amount of states that she's been to by just going to shows with me. Yeah.
That's crazy. No, James also has never
Yeah.
seen snow
Oh
because he's
my
an
God.
LA native.
Yeah.
They just haven't. Just like what?
And I felt bad because it was like a really pathetic amount of snow. Like, but she was excited about it. She's like taking video of her stepping in the parking
And
lot.
it's just like gently dusting.
Yeah,
sidewalks.
yeah,
You're
it's
like,
barely
okay.
covering the ground. We went at a bad time, apparently.
Oh my
so.
God! How was the comedy? Like, what's the scene? Over
It was fun. It's a pretty small scene.
Yeah.
But everyone was very cool, and they're also like very grateful to have people like come and perform there.
That's so
But the place that we performed is, I guess, pretty legendary among comics. When I posted I was performing at Anchorage, all the comics knew where it was. It's called Coots. And it's this like, I don't know, it's like a complex. It's got 7 bars in one.
What?
Yeah, it's just like, it's just a bar, but there's 7 bars spaced throughout. There's one upstairs that's like Russian themed. And then you walk down this hallway, there's a bunch of like Soviet paraphernalia.
What?
Yeah. And then they've got in one of the bar rooms, there's a stage. And that's where I performed.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
Now, is it when you say 7 bars? Like, are they like separate room? Like
They are separate
they're
rooms.
separate
Yeah.
rooms, so it's all one big building.
Yes. And then one of the bars is like slanted. And I don't remember the whole story, but there's this huge earthquake in like the 60s.
Okay.
And the whole bar like kind of like split in half. and then somehow they moved that bar to this bar, and now that's one of the rooms you can go. It looks like a nightmare to like, because the bar is literally like you can't set your glass down, otherwise it'll slide.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That seems like a useful bar.
Yeah, yeah.
Great.
It's gotta just be for novelty.
Yeah.
And the ceiling is covered in underwear and bras that
What?
people donate. It smells disgusting.
Oh my god.
It's very musty in there. I could only be in there like 10 minutes.
That's
This-
like all of Lake Havasu.
Yeah. Yeah.
This sounds like a
Shout
magical
out Lake
place.
Havasu.
Yeah, shout out Lake Havasu.
When people come for you, do they like know your stuff now, mostly, or
Not mostly.
Uh-huh.
There are people who do. I think I worry too much about how much people have seen.
Yeah.
Most people don't seem to care. In the beginning, after that joke, the countdown joke went viral, I stopped doing it because I was like, oh, people have seen it. But then I had a number of people be like, oh, I was hoping you'd do that joke. You know, I wanted my boyfriend to see,
Gotta
or
be
the
I wanted to
hits.
see it live.
Yeah.
So then I started doing it again. And most people who are familiar with me might just be familiar from clips. They haven't seen like a whole special.
Yeah.
I do meet those people who have watched the whole special, and that's cool. Like,
That's awesome.
yeah, it's still infrequent enough to it being like really nice when someone comes up and says that to me afterwards.
has anyone been annoyed? Like, oh, I've seen that joke.
That might have happened, but I don't have a distinct memory of it.
Great.
It's very rare. Either they keep it to themselves or
Yeah.
they don't mind.
Because when I had my first joke go viral, and then I would do that joke, and then people would in the audience like ruin the joke.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, they
Yeah.
would be like, I know what's gonna happen, and I would hear them either
Right.
they would like whisper, but it was very loud, so
Yeah.
everyone could hear,
Uh-huh.
or they would just yell it out.
Oh jeez.
And has that happened, or are they like respectful enough?
One of the first times I did it, after it going viral, I could just tell that the person I chose to count had seen it. They didn't say anything,
Okay.
but just the way that they were like responding and following the beats, I could tell that they knew what was going to happen.
What was expected of
And I hated that. It was, so now I try to, when I'm at least performing a show where people are coming to see me, I try to find someone who hasn't seen the joke. And it's
You're like, who's not my demo?
yeah. I'll literally like sometimes say it. It seems goofy, but it's also weird just not to acknowledge it. Like, and a lot of you are here because you saw this one joke.
Yeah.
And I'm about to do this
Yeah,
joke.
yeah.
Here we go. We're playing the hits.
I get really in my head, like maybe to a distracting degree. I don't know what that word is, but it's sort of like meta self-consciousness, where I'm just really aware that I'm performing this joke that many people have seen, and I need to say something about how I know that. I can't just like play it off as normal.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that something that you've incorporated into the bit now?
Sort of.
Kind of,
Yeah.
okay.
Not in a way that's
Not like
interesting.
every time,
Yeah.
but like when you feel like
Yeah.
I just need to acknowledge.
Yeah,
it. Okay.
it's usually when I'm like headlining a show. Like if it's just a showcase show, I feel like I can get away with it.
Yeah.
Especially like older people. I'm like, you don't have Instagram,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or you don't know how to
Maybe
use
you'll
it.
see it in 6 months on
Yeah.
Facebook Shorts.
right?
How do you
Exactly.
feel about TikTok being banned and then unbanned? And then who knows what will happen
Literally
again?
Yeah.
less than 10 hours later.
Yeah.
So embarrassing.
I don't have strong feelings about it.
Did you go mostly? I've seen mostly like your clip on Instagram. Did it mostly go viral on TikTok?
No, it went bigger on Instagram.
Okay, that's what I thought.
But I have basically the same following on both platforms,
Okay.
which is funny. I just don't think about TikTok anymore. I'll post it, but I don't watch
Yeah, I
how it
feel
does.
Yeah, I feel like it's like every person just gets their specific like
Right.
platform.
Yeah.
Like, some people it's YouTube, some people it's Instagram, some
Yeah.
people it's TikTok. Yeah.
Okay, what's your secret?
Okay, yes. I feel like there was something we were going to say. We're talking about Ari. Well, whatever. Cut this part out. Sorry.
Okay.
I just have this bad OCD feeling where I'm like trying to go
Forgetting
back to a thought and I can't pull it.
And we're definitely not helping.
No, it's all right. I mean, we can't just sit here in silence.
I mean,
we
maybe
could.
you were gonna talk about how
Well,
she feels about you traveling.
Gosh, it was
She
before
had a
that.
Oh,
thing,
okay.
Like, because we started off with like she was talking about the 5-10 minute
Yes.
story.
Yeah.
From
It's somewhere around there.
How you feel about seeing her in the room when you're performing?
Yeah.
The first time she came to see you.
It might have been about that. Yeah. And that particular show was like really rowdy. I don't know why I wasn't too worried about. You know what? No, that's bullshit. I was worried. I just
could
blocked
you
that
not
out.
be
Yeah, I know.
I was because I literally like.
You like had this crush on this girl.
Yeah.
You did this show
Just for her.
Yeah.
And if you bomb, she's never gonna like you again.
Right.
Nah, probably not. She probably like you anyway.
Sorry, that's my thoughts projecting.
yeah,
Because that's what I'm always thinking.
Sure.
Like, they're never gonna like me.
No, I think I probably would think something similar. I wouldn't want them to like me if I bombed and they're like, "Oh, that was good." I'd
Yeah,
be
you're
like,
I don't.
"Poor
Why are
taste."
you lying?
Yeah.
Why are you lying to
You're
me?
dumb.
Anyways, I'll tell my secret. 'Cause
Okay,
I
great.
can't. Whatever the thought is gone. This is a 2-part secret.
Ooh.
Woo.
Ooh.
I feel like this is good.
this is so much tension.
I'm not wearing underwear. That's the the first
Awesome.
part of the secret.
Is that why you got
Is that
worried
a-
about the cut and uncut thing?
No, that's a good question.
His face is getting red.
It is why I'm sitting cross-legged.
Listeners, we can't see a thing.
And the reason why is because I'm bad at telling stories. I'm trying to figure out where to start. I've been putting off doing laundry for like a week or two now.
Okay.
I've bought both underwear and socks to avoid having to do laundry because I have to go to a laundromat, which I really don't like doing.
That's
Yeah. We have like in unit, but it doesn't work.
No.
And I'm trying to get the landlord to fix it.
Oh, that sucks.
So I'm very resistant to doing laundry. And sometimes when my girlfriend goes home, I'll go with her just to do laundry like I'm a
Yes.
college kid.
Yes.
But part of the first part of the shame comes from, did you ever do wash and fold in New York?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's so
It's
nice.
amazing.
It is amazing.
It's like it's like $1 a pound.
Yes. Okay. So.
And okay, go. I don't want to.
No, that's what I was expecting.
Yeah.
I made a mistake of going to a dry cleaner instead of a laundromat. And when I showed up with my 3 bags of laundry after not having done laundry for like a month or two,
Oh God.
and it was $2 a pound, which
Oh.
doesn't seem like a big
But
difference.
it is double.
Came out to $98.
Oh my God.
And I was like, am I going to do this?
Oh my God.
I was like, I just don't want to worry about this anymore. I'm really bad with money. And I was like, I'm just fucking sure. Yeah. $98 to do laundry. And he's like, it'll be done Monday. This was on Friday. And I was like, fuck. I don't have clean underwear. All the underwear I have is in the bags I just handed you. So I had to think like, should I just go to the laundromat so I could have clean laundry and not spend $98? And
Yeah.
I was like, no, fuck it.
No.
And when I do something like this, because this happens every once in a while, I think about all of my most like frugal friends and all the people in my life, like my dad, who are really good with money,
Yeah.
and what they would think of me spending this amount of money for someone else to do my laundry. And it's like, honestly, just to save myself of all the negative thoughts and the shame around this, I should have just gone to the laundromat, but I didn't. And I sit before you, not wearing underwear, and my girlfriend's old shirt.
Fist bumping
Thank you.
that.
I
That's
appreciate
amazing.
it.
Actually,
That's
support.
actually amazing.
I think that was a brilliant decision. I would have done the exact
Really?
same thing.
It's such
Yeah.
because honestly, it's like it's a time saver.
Uh-huh.
It's like a stress.
And time is money.
Time is money.
It's true.
And
You
you're a
saved
busy guy.
money.
You spent all day
Yeah.
coming to this
Yeah,
podcast.
you're here doing this.
Uh-huh.
This is something.
Well, can I tell you another? Okay,
Yeah.
the shame goes deeper. You
Oh
guys are
God,
reminding me.
let's go.
You're pulling out something in
phone.
your pants.
Sorry,
Ryan,
was
don't
like,
take anything out.
You just said.
I'm really sorry about that. I got a text today that I
Okay.
just wanted to read.
Okay.
Hello, it's Occidental Cleaners.
Oh no.
We have your wash and fold ready if you want to pick it up today. We close at 2 p.m. I got that at 10:30. I definitely I could have got it. I had time, but I didn't want to. I was lazy. I got here right at 1.
Yeah.
Actually
now-
a few minutes late.
I
And
wasn't gonna say anything.
another day without clean underwear.
Wait, that's so funny.
Yeah.
And you're wearing the same pair of pants.
No, different pants.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yesterday. Yes. That's
Nice.
correct. It's literally almost all of the dirty laundry in my house went to the cleaner. I was like, if I'm going to spend money, I'm going to do it all.
Why not?
And it was 3 bags. Some of my girlfriend's clothes was in there. I didn't separate them.
Okay.
How does she feel about this financial decision?
I told her that it was much more expensive than I thought it would be. I didn't tell her the amount.
Yeah.
I don't know that she would like bat an eye. I think I spend money on dumb stuff. Like a lot of it's just eating out. Like that.
Yeah.
I spend a lot of money on
It's
that
convenient.
and drinks. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really what it is. It's a convenience, and I feel lazy. And sometimes when boomers are like, "This is what's wrong with millennials," sometimes I'm like, "Yeah, they're right." Like, I do spend money
We
like an
do
idiot. I don't really work that hard. Like, maybe not for everybody, but about me, they're absolutely
100%
correct.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I really don't think it's that shameful, but I will go. I have so many clothes. I've bought so many underwear and socks so that I can go. I think my record is 3 months without having to do laundry.
That's
That's
impressive.
insane.
Without having to do laundry, and then I
You
eventually
have
would do
90
it.
pairs of underwear?
Maybe.
Good point. Yeah, we've concluded that you
Maybe.
don't need underwear.
Yeah. I'm
do
not wearing
laundry.
underwear now. So that's why I'm like, I get it.
Thank you.
I
I do
get
feel a
it.
lot better talking about it.
Yeah,
This was
see,
very
it's
therapeutic.
expelled the
Good.
shame.
Yeah.
And that's really the
That's what
meaning of
we're here
Yenta.
for. Yeah, it's trying to lessen these feelings.
I feel better.
Therapy.
Does it go deeper?
I don't think so.
Okay, I was ready for another level.
What about swimsuits? Like, do you not have like swimsuits?
I do have swimsuits, but would I wear that under my pants?
Some people do.
This is related. This is sort of a shameful thing that happened to me.
Let's go.
God, every time I start a story, I'm like, wow, there's more shame than I initially thought.
I think
It's-
the theme is
It's called
shame.
Catholicism.
Yeah, it's the
Baby,
Catholicism.
yeah, and
But-
religion.
It's that guilt, baby.
The seed of it is that I never really learned how to swim good. I'm not a good swimmer.
Oh.
And in high school, during gym class, we had like a swimming lesson, which I
Okay.
was extremely nervous about. I was
Okay.
going to not be able to swim in front of all my peers. On the first day of the swim lessons, it was horrible. It was very nerve-wracking. I basically had to walk across the pool. Like the class starts, he was like, "We're gonna get a inkling or whatever of how well you can swim. So we're gonna do a line. Everyone's go one by one. You're gonna swim across the pool." So I had to just flail in front of everybody.
Aww.
Very embarrassing. It was really sad. And then when I got out of the pool and went back to the locker room, I had tied the swim trunks so tight that I couldn't undo the knot. They sort of contracted when they got wet.
Yeah.
And for 5 or 10 minutes, I'm trying to get the knot. I can't get it. I cut the cord, but in a way that it was still tied.
No.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. That didn't come till later. I wasn't able to cut it in the locker room. So what I had to end up doing was putting my jeans over my wet swim trunks and then going to math class and just sitting in that.
No.
Yeah. After
and, the chlorine.
Yeah.
And the wet. Oh, no.
So when you said, do I have swim trunks I could have wore under? I think that
I
would
just
have.
triggered you.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I don't think that would have worked for me.
Wait, okay, now when you say terrible at swimming, how terrible? I know you said flailing, but you can stay afloat or how
No.
bad is the
No.
swimming?
I don't know if it's because of my scoliosis, but I can't float without expending a lot of energy.
Really?
And
Like
treading
you-
water is desperate. It's a
Can
desperate.
you do a doggy paddle even?
I
or-
can now.
Okay. Okay.
I found that when I swim, my teacher told me I do way too much. I'm expending way more energy than I
Tone
need
it
to,
down.
and I don't know if it's panic or what.
Yeah.
So I can swim for short periods of time.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm never really comfortable in the water.
How about boats? You feel cool in boats?
Not really.
No.
No.
What about a yacht?
Yeah, I'd feel comfortable.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay. Cruising. You're cruising.
How's the Netflix money? You got
Not
a
good.
yacht.
You got yeah.
No, I do not.
You got that cruise money?
I've thought about if I could live on a houseboat before, and I don't think I can.
That's a lot of rocking.
Yeah.
You definitely gotta swim.
I feel very
That sounds like-
claustrophobic.
You're gonna have to
Yeah.
swim.
Not for a
I
non-swimmer.
know. Yeah, that'd be a lot.
Yeah, I don't think it's for me. I think I'm just gonna stay away from the water.
Yeah, that seems.
I'm trying to think of a money secret. Do you have any secrets?
Oh,
Something embarrassing that I've spent too much money on.
oh man. Oh God,
This
I
apartment.
do have something embarrassing, but it's actually so embarrassing I don't want to say it, and that's odd for me because I always say embarrassing shit. That's like my whole comedy career. It's okay. It's like
Now you have to
Yeah,
say
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Now I'm on the edge of my seat.
no, I'm actually embarrassed. Okay. It's just embarrassing because it's like the first time I've ever done anything like this, and it's like I feel gross even saying it. I was on AliExpress already banned.
What is that?
Oh yeah. AliExpress is like it's like Temu, but even worse than Temu.
Oh,
like
God.
it's
Like you have to go on the dark web to get to it.
It's just like it's all the drop shipping and all the like everything is like $1 and you're like none of this is ethical. Like I
But
just
I'm
paid,
getting it anyway.
but it's $1.
Cheap.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm doing it. So I was getting a couple of things and then I realized that like so it's gotten to the process where like my boyfriend and I are like kind of thinking about like getting engaged and like doing that whole thing. And I have never in my life thought about weddings. Like I never grew up being like, oh my God, like my dream wedding. Like nothing. I didn't have a Pinterest board, like nothing, zip. And so now that we've had this conversation, I just realized that I don't know shit. And now I've gotten to like I go into full like research mode, and now I'm like researching everything about weddings, despite not wanting to get married for at least another 5 years. And so I'm like in full. I don't know when, but I'm just like I went full research, and now I'm freaking out because then I looked into rings, and I realized I don't know fucking shit about rings.
Yeah.
And there's so many things to know about rings. There's cuts, and there's colors, and there's clarity, and then this, and then bands.
Do you know about this?
No one knows about this.
Yeah.
No, of course not,
Yeah.
because we're normal people.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
never think of that.
Yeah.
I've never thought
I'm
about
not going
it.
to buy diamonds.
Yeah,
on
who
Wednesday.
the hell is looking for that?
Yeah.
So I've now gone into a rabbit hole, and then the algorithm talking about TikTok, I like kind of like was like, well, let me like look things up.
No, you're only getting ads.
I'm only getting like rings. So
Yeah.
then I went on AliExpress because I was like, I need to know if I'm gonna like these
You
kind
buy
of
a
rings.
Temu
I
diamond?
bought fucking fake rings. I bought 2.
That is
I bought
wild.
2 fake engagement rings so I could be like, I need to know if I'm gonna like this.
I need to see them now.
Oh wait, let me see if I can find it. Let me see
Oh
if I
my
can find
God.
it.
That's so funny.
It's so embarrassing.
That is
That's not
very funny.
embarrassing.
No,
that's
that's
amazing.
so embarrassing. Like I literally, I was embarrassed to even tell my boyfriend because I'm like, I just did something really stupid, but I
It
need
was
you.
$1.
I need you to know before
From
2
China.
engagement rings show up in the mail.
It feels like bad luck
That
too.
is-
It does. It feels horrible. I feel like I'm jinxing it now.
No, that's amazing. Like passive aggressive hint for
I
him.
know, and it's so
Oh,
funny
I
because
got
like,
this in the mail. Where did this come from?
weird how it fits me perfect. And it's exactly what the style I want. I felt like a crazy person because I've never even had a Pinterest board.
Yeah.
Like, I just was like, well, I guess I'm just gonna order these 2 rings.
Are you guys talking about getting married?
No, we haven't
No.
talked about it yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's 25.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm-
okay, that's young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're.
How old are
gonna put
you?
that off. I'm 31.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't give a shit at
Yeah.
this age.
As
I'm
of
a
now,
big-
right?
Yeah.
I'm a big believer of like no one should get married until they're 30.
Yeah.
If you marry before, it's like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
But also, good luck to them.
I like didn't get her a gift though because I was at this place called Paxton Gate in San Francisco, and they have a lot of like dead like taxidermy and
Is
bugs
she
and
super
stuff.
into that?
She likes that stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, she's got like a bat and a few other
so
things.
cool.
But there's this ring that I thought she would like. I forget what it was. It was like a scorpion or something.
Oh, that's sick.
But she wasn't with me, and I didn't want to text her, hey, this isn't what you think it is.
I
but
know.
What's your ring size? Like, I didn't want to have that conversation, so I was like,
yeah.
I'm just going to get earrings.
Yeah, no, that's safe.
Yeah.
Necklace.
I want to be with you
bracelets.
when I ask you what's your ring size.
Yeah.
But,
Oh,
you know.
that was like another thing that was like really funny too, is because I do wear like just like regular ass rings. And I was gonna get my boyfriend one because I go to this like local jeweler, and I had to ask him his rings. I'm like, yo, I'm so sorry I'm doing this to you. What is your ring size? It was so weird.
You should wear the fake engagement one, and then
Yeah.
when people ask you about it,
Yeah,
you're like, I'm
it's
just trying it out.
I don't know yet. No,
Yeah.
we'll see.
what it's
We'll see how
like.
it goes. Oh yeah, this is
You have
this
it?
This is one of them.
Listen-
It was $10. I spent money on it.
Okay.
Okay.
An emerald.
I like emerald.
A green
cuts.
one.
Yeah, I
A
did
green
green. I
one.
did two. I did two different ones because there's such a thing as an emerald
Listener,
cut.
you can't see this, but we're gonna
This is
put
the
this
other
on the
one.
Patreon.
Nice.
Ew,
Nice.
I can't. This
Genesis,
is
you have
so-
to send it to
This
me.
is genuinely so.
Show it to
embarrassing.
Ryan.
Hold up. Oh, I think it got deleted. Okay, wait. Hold up. No, it didn't. No, it didn't.
Ryan, start looking at this shit now. This is
Yeah.
serious.
You're in. You gotta go.
Research.
This is.
You think about like
genuine.
how unethical diamonds are. I can't imagine
No, they're
Timu
obviously
diamonds.
not.
They've got to do
I
some
got
horrible
one for
shit.
$4.38. It's not a diamond. It's plastic.
It's still worse than the blood diamonds,
It's like,
though.
It looks nice.
It's nice, this one.
That's
and
pretty.
then-
That's
and then
cute.
This is the other one I got.
I really want to see this on you.
This one.
I like the other one better.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
think so too. But this one's like they have different. I just found out there's like different cuts of diamonds
Yeah.
that do different sparkly shit. And so I was like, well, I gotta figure out these two different kinds.
And
of
the Timu ones, those for sure, I
I
can tell you.
Yeah, I know.
The
I
different
literally
levels of sparkle.
Yo,
Oh,
it's been so weird. It's like I feel like now at this point I think we're just playing marriage chicken. Of like just being like, when are you gonna do? Are you gonna do it? Do you want to? I don't want to. Are you into this? I am into this. But
And
it's
you
like-
guys have been together 7.
Well,
long time.
officially 3 years,
Oh,
but to
7.
get I
Yeah.
mean, it feels like 7. I know.
I guess so.
No, officially 3 years, and then but together like we've known each other 5 years. So,
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll be 4 this year, and again, I do
No.
not. There is no rush. Like I'm like, I promise you, I'm not trying to pressure you. I'm just like. I get real Hermione with it of just like I need to know everything about everything, and I just went to full research mode. I'm like, well, I'm buying these fake.
Are you gonna do it in a
engagement rings.
church?
No, God, no,
No?
no. What part of ex-Catholic do we not buy?
Well, it's weird. I don't believe in God, but I still kind of like picture like I guess I wouldn't want to do it in a
Well,
church.
you could though. I
Yeah.
just heard that I think like churches like they just have rules. Like I think if you do it in a church, they have like
Yeah.
well, you gotta believe in God.
That's a big one.
yeah, you know, like we're gonna have to have a priest.
That makes sense.
I don't. In like synagogues, you don't have to believe.
No?
I mean, they'll marry you even if you don't believe in God.
Okay, cool.
And I think it's nice to have like
like even if you're not Jewish,
no, yeah, you got at least
Okay.
one of them has
Okay.
one of them has to
it
be
has to do it,
Jewish.
Yeah.
But like, I think it's nice to. I can see wanting to get married in
Yeah,
a
'cause
church,
it's
even
really
if you don't
pretty.
believe in it.
Yeah.
Just
it's
'cause
pretty.
it's where you grew up.
Yeah.
It's pretty. It's
Right.
aesthetic.
Yeah, it's very. Look, you could say what you will
I
about
mean,
the
I don't-
Catholics. They have
yeah.
great style.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
those little priests in their little outfits, they look great. I'm just saying.
I don't really have. Okay, this isn't embarrassing enough, and I'm gonna acknowledge that.
Okay.
But I lose things very often.
Okay.
So like I have a pair of sunglasses that I kid you not I have bought 10 times. Like the same exact pair.
Is that a literal number 10?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Oh God, no.
Yeah. But over like the past 5 years, I've bought the same ones over and over and over.
Which one are they?
Zenny Optical.
Nice. That's the website that lets you try them on with the webcam, right? Have you done that?
What? Yeah, no, I mean, yes.
You can shop online and then you can try different frames on by like using the webcam and they'll put it on your face. Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
you tried it? Like, does
Yeah.
it work? Is that where
yeah.
you got your glasses?
I think I might have, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
They look
They're not
great, too.
expensive. They're like
Sure.
$60 with
Okay.
So $600
with-
total.
Yeah, so not expensive.
which is more than your laundry.
Yeah.
So
More than my engagement rings.
who has the most embarrassing story here now?
Wait, do you share a secret every episode?
Yeah.
You're gonna
How
have like
you
no
not run
secrets
out-
soon.
Yeah.
It's miserable.
That's why. Do you have like
have
a big
nothing
one you're
left.
holding on to?
Oh, I have so many more actually.
Oh, I love that you have like a
And
whole pile of
I have
secrets.
so many secrets.
I know.
That's funny.
have hella secrets.
I save them up. Don't worry. I have like a stockpile.
Yeah.
I have to keep doing crazy shit. So I have
Yeah, yeah.
Honestly,
more
do
and
it,
more
do it for the
secrets to
pod.
tell.
That's
Yeah.
what it
But
is.
thank you so much for being here,
course.
Ryan.
So
You're
much
fucking
fun.
Thanks for
amazing. This
having.
is just such an
You-
honor and delight.
Yeah,
and
such a great
Genesis
guest.
guest co-host.
Thanks.
Antonia, we miss you.
Antonia.
Genesis, you're amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
This is
Ryan,
so
what
much
can you
fun.
plug? What do you want
Plug
to
away.
What do you want to
I'm touring this year.
Yay.
Yeah.
RyanGoodcase.com. or on all social media, Ryan Goodcase. I'm the only one in the world. I like saying that every time I plug.
That's pretty sick.
Just Google Ryan Goodcase and you'll find me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Nice.
It's a one of one.
Yes.
Right here.
Yeah.
I'm at Raye Schiller.
And I'm at the Genesis Soul. I am the Genesis Soul.
The Genesis Soul. Thank you so much for being here.
All right.